Good morning, and thank you for your patience. Today we're here to talk about the Earned Income Tax Credit piece of legislation. On behalf of ProgressOhio, I'm Brian Rothenberg. This is Kalitha E, Policy Matters of Ohio, and Senator Charleta Tavares. It's important to note that while we are pleased and have long advocated for the Earned Income Tax Credit to help poor families in Ohio be able to make it, that Ohio, under this proposal, faces two significant challenges which make this EITC less effective than in other states. The first significant challenge is that it is non-refundable. That means that some of the families that could benefit the most, once they have other deductions taken out and other things taken out, will have the amount of their tax return capped. Therefore, it will not actually benefit the way it has in most states. There are only 3 other states currently, I believe you will correct me if I'm wrong, that have non-refundable EITC in the books. The second is that it's capped. And by capping it, that hurts many working families, especially as they get into situations with marital deductions and other things. And it's already not taken advantage of in many other states because of tax preparation, and people don't even know it's available. So there are significant hurdles with the Earned Income Tax Credit. It is a significant step that it has been proposed, but it is not fully implemented like it is in most states where it has been most productive. And so with that, I'm going to turn this over and thank Senator Tavares for hosting us today, and then Kalitha will come up and we'll take your questions.
Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate ProgressOhio and Policy Matters Ohio for working with us to try and expand the Earned Income Tax Credit and to make it refundable. I worked in the city of Columbus, the county of Franklin, since about 2000 when I was on Columbus City Council, spearheaded along with our council president and the United Way of Central Ohio, a coalition, an Earned Income Tax Credit Coalition. And our coalition worked to provide free tax preparation for families within Central Ohio who are eligible for the refundable federal tax Earned Income Tax Credit. And I just want to give you some statistics because last year the coalition, which I'm no longer the lead entity because I'm not with the city of Columbus, but in 2013 they had a record-breaking year for tax times free tax preparation services. This is important because it's free. Individuals are not going to have to pay out of their pocket for the preparation, and they're not going to be gouged by rapid anticipation loans. But more than 300 volunteers in Franklin County, this is just Franklin County, helped 14,530 hardworking low and middle income households. And it was a 12% increase over 2012. The households claimed more than $14.8 million in tax refunds. That's $14.8 million that then comes back into the local economy. That's important. If we want to see these dollars turned over in communities, help small businesses, help local communities. They saved approximately $3.6 million in tax preparation fees and loans. Now, the coalition partners last year, lead partners were AARP, the Ohio Benefit Bank, and United Way of Central Ohio. Their slogan, "Earn it, keep it, save it," is important because if we were enabling our residents in the state of Ohio to not only get the refundable federal tax refund with EITC, but also the state, these families would bring even more dollars back into local communities and help grow our economies, but more importantly, lift people out of poverty. We know that the EITC is one of the best anti-poverty programs we have in the country. And so if we make it refundable in Ohio, which we're advocating for, we'll lift more people out of poverty, and certainly our state can use that because it is going deeper and deeper with more families falling into the poverty levels. At that, I'm going to turn it over to my friend Kalitha E with Policy Matters.
Thank you, and thank you, Senator Tavares, for your continued leadership and supporting working poor families in Ohio. And I also want to thank Progress Ohio for inviting us to be a part of this important press conference. Founded in 1975, the Federal Earned Income Tax Credit is our nation's most effective anti-poverty program. Annually, it lifts over 6 million families out of poverty, half of which are children. The program has traditionally had bipartisan support and rewards work because only families with earned income can claim the credit. Last tax season, over 950,000 Ohio families claimed the federal EITC. That's 18% of all Ohio tax filings, and received an average refund of about $2,300. Those credits brought back over $2 billion in our local communities to help working poor families take care of their basic needs. Despite the benefits, 1 in 5, or 20% of families who qualify do not claim the federal credit. We're grateful to members of Ohio Cash, the state's asset-building coalition that Policy Matters Ohio convenes, which include United Ways and the Ohio Benefit Bank that provide free tax preparation services all over our state. Last year, free tax preparer organizations filed over 36,000 tax returns. And it's not too late to take advantage of these services. We encourage anyone seeking assistance filing their taxes to visit Ohio Cash's 2014 Free Tax Services map, which is located at ohiocash.org. And it includes over 160 sites throughout Ohio that provide free tax preparation services, or people can call their local 211 to find out those sites and if they're eligible. This is the first tax season that Ohioans will be able to claim a state earned income tax credit. Governor Kasich and the state legislature did the right thing in creating the state EITC in the last budget cycle. The mid-biennial review tax proposal to expand the credit from 5% to 15% is a step in the right direction, but more needs to be done to ensure the credit benefits Ohio's poorest working families. First, Ohio's EITC is non-refundable. The federal credit and most state EITCs are refundable. Refundability ensures that working poor families are rewarded for work, and the refund helps them meet their basic needs. Poor Ohioans pay more of their income in state and local taxes than more affluent Ohioans do, especially in sales tax. And a refundable state EITC would boost tax fairness. Without refundability, the poorest Ohioans will only receive extremely modest benefits from a higher EITC. Second, Ohio's EITC has a cap. The credit is limited to 50% for qualifying filers with incomes over $20,000. Ohio is the only state with a cap on its EITC. Third, Ohio's tax credit EITC is low. Only 4 other states have a 5% credit or lower. The Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy estimates that the current state EITC will only reach about 440,000 Ohio families, which is less than half the households that currently claim the federal EITC here in Ohio. And unfortunately, the credit does not impact most of the poorest working Ohioans. And the average credit tax cut on those who will get one is estimated to only be $74. As we continue to discuss and evaluate state tax policy, we need to ensure fairness in our tax system across all income levels. The MBR proposed income tax rate cuts, according to the administration, amount to over $900 million in fiscal year 2017. And that's more than 22 times the value of the proposed EITC expansion. We propose a higher refundable EITC with no cap. A 10% refundable credit with no cap would help over 855,000 Ohio families and give them an average refund of $226. Working poor Ohioans deserve a state EITC that is large enough to make a difference in their lives. Thank you.
We'll take questions.